Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage again. We're at Axel's East working on the Avalanche. Trying to get it out and done, doing some lights for Crazy Steve-O because he likes lights. We like lights. Let's play with lights. Right? So what do we get? We got another box from Nilight. Yeah, we got another box from Nilight. Not sponsored. They have sponsored us. These are not sponsored. We paid for these. No, they're not sponsored. I paid. So we got the hitch mount, light pod. So you got, this goes around the receiver hitch. Hey, get out of the thing, Dad. And it comes with two LED pod lights. All right, hello. I don't have food. This is a light that the dog thinks it's food. Every time you take something out of a bag. Every time, Dave, I've taken something out of the bag, the dog comes running over. So you got two LED pod lights, and that's the thing. So I looked it up on the Amazon. I bought it on Amazon, and all the reviews said, I mean, the people that said, well, it was too close to my bumper, and it was this, and it was that. Like, you know, it's a universal thing. It might be too close to your bumper. Like, that's not a complaint about the product. But one complaint that I saw sprinkled throughout the reviews was that it was too tight. It didn't fit around the receiver hitch. You had to grind it.
That's what she said.
Well, they were right. It does not fit around the receiver hitch, whether it's the welds or the powder coating on the receiver hitch, or the powder coating on the aluminum brackets. But I did have to do a little grinding and massaging, as you could see there, to open it up. And all I did was just take the grinder and I went a little bit at a time, until it fit around the receiver hitch. So we'll take this, yeah, I almost cut my finger off. We'll go over to the receiver hitch away from these idiots and we'll see how this mounts up and whether or not we like it. I think it might interfere with the chain, safety chain loops, but we'll see. All right, the only thing I'm not sure of here is, do we do it with this one on the bottom? And because it can be flipped over. That's my concern. Hey Dave, can you hand me one of those pod lights? That's on the back there. I don't know whether I should put it this way or the other way.
You can try that, but you don't have the thing on it.
Oh yeah, I need the thing there. Oh, that might actually work better. So then that would make this go this way. So that would go that way. This like that. So if I could put this, no, it's not going to fit. Not going to fit up there. Right. So it's not going to fit up there. Put them like this. It's going to hit this. So it's got to go. It's got to go the other way. So this has got to be on the bottom. That goes on top. This there. This one's gotta get home. Like that.
Oh, right there.
I
There's
got
a
lights for the
hole and
corners.
everything, it'll mount just like that.
Ooh. Not a bad idea.
It's tucked away, it won't get road spray all over it because they go bad after a couple years because it get grime all over them.
That is not a bad idea. What about this?
Yeah, see that would be better than hanging underneath. But I'd still go right there. Tuck it right in this thing.
In the way of everything. this could work, right? Just like this,
That would work.
right?
It keeps it up and out of the way.
Keeps it up and out of the way and everything, but
Yeah.
I'm annoyed with this too. I'm gonna have to trim this down.
But you'll never be able to use it. Trying to actually put a plug in there, it'll never
Well,
work.
Let's try it. So this. Such a good concept. Horrible execution. Huh?
Can't get a trailer plug though.
Can't get at the trailer plug. Oh, at all.
Doesn't matter if you can get the cover off. You can't plug something into it.
Right. All right, so that's a fail.
If you wanted to keep them in, you can move the plug though. Probably have enough room to really fit the plug.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to do that. And this kind of looks like we couldn't get them in all the way, you know? So I think we're gonna have to go for the low-hanging fruit option. All right, so I think that's pretty even pressure there, even everywhere. It's not gonna move. So these lights are gonna have to come up and get mounted from the bottom, just like that. I don't know if I'm blocking, that looks like the way it's gonna have to go. All right. Big concern here is you can't open that. You can't access the chains. I'm gonna have to get a light.
I hope you're making a video over there. You're not just talking to yourself.
I'm talking to myself and I'm making a video. That's how I roll. So you saw what they look like on. The lights themselves, decent. However, this whole bracket here, the more we looked at it, the more we hated it. It's in the way of everything. So we couldn't get the lights on top mounting straight because of the contour of the bumper. So you had to put them down on this particular vehicle. And putting them down, it's the lowest hanging thing on the truck. Chances are going to get ripped off. It's also blocking the plug for the trailer, your trailer harness plug. I can't open the door, so I'd have to chop about a 1/4 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch off the end of the bracket, which wouldn't destroy the functionality of the bracket, but now it's not symmetrical and it's going to look like shit. It just, nothing we could do made it happy. But the lights work great. So what do we do? All right, these bumpers have a built-in step. The step is always missing. So there's
an athlete.
3 holes. Well, there's 3 holes already in here that I think they were the holes for the retaining clips for like a rubber diamond plate piece that goes in there. I've yet to see an Avalanche that actually has that in there. So what we did was we took the pod lights, used a hole that was already there and pretty much covered up those holes, made it look a little more normal, and put them in here. So now we took these lights here and we tied them in with the reverse light circuit, so that when he puts the truck in reverse, he'll get this light and he'll get this light that's shining out at about a 45, which should light up the corner, which is really when he's looking in his mirror backing up at night, where he's got to see. So the lights that we did have planned for over here below the bumper, we're going to put somewhere else and use that as a switchable light for the rear of the vehicle. These come on just with the reverse circuit. So this thing here, yeah, it might work and look better for certain vehicles depending on how the bumper layout is and how the hitch layout is, so that you could flip it over, mount the lights on top so that they're tucked up out of the way, not hanging. It would probably work great. For us, it didn't really work. We did have to grind, like I showed you in the beginning, but we're just going to use the lights out of the kit. It wasn't like the kit with the bracket and the lights was right around the same price as you would buy just for two of these similar Nilight lights that have the 2-year warranty. So not like it was a big waste of money, just a little bit of a waste of time. We wired everything in. I'll show you how it looks.
Bracket back in?
All right, so there you go. Pretty cool, pretty bright. You know, just like when we did in a previous video when we did the lights up front, you know, once you have an LED bulb or an LED light parted with an incandescent, the incandescent just looks yellow. So we're gonna have to swap out his normal backup lights or reverse lights in the housing there, because that, you saw how yellow it looked compared to the light down here if it came through on the camera. I know that this is probably killing the camera view, but I will link this kit in the description below. If you think you might want to try it, give it a shot. It might work, like I said, in certain vehicles. We're going to hold on to it because we'll try it out on some others that we might want to add a light to, maybe one of the Jeeps or something like that. Give it a shot. But for us, just using the pod lights. So if you buy the kit and you don't like that, you could use the pod lights. Don't be disappointed. You didn't really waste any money. We'll link it all down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. More on the Avalanche to come. We're making a lot of headway here and getting a lot done. See you on the next video, and thanks for watching.